All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us. 7:20 right now on this Wednesday evening with a warm and pretty look out over the plaza. It looks festive out there today. Got the lights all going, and it will feel like it by tomorrow morning. My goodness. This is going to be one of those fronts that comes through, and when it hits, you're going to say, are you kidding me? I mean, it's just a smack you in the face kind of front. You'll know it the minute it comes through, and it will bring a drastic drop in our temperatures by tomorrow morning after what has been a really nice day. We made it to 50 today, and tomorrow's going to be about 40 degrees colder by the morning. So let's get you set for this one. This is quite a big drop that we've got on the way. So first off is cold shock for us on Thursday, feeling 50 degrees colder by the morning. So we highlight that with a first warn. A first warn doesn't mean necessarily, hey, this is going to be really bad. It just means pay attention to this. This is something that could impact you. And tomorrow certainly does do that in the morning. Weekend looks good. We are warming things up, but I do see wind becoming an issue, so I'll tell you about that. And then next Tuesday, we have a first warn highlighting the chance for snow. And I have updates today. I'm going to share the latest with you. But the chances are lower today. So they'll do that. They'll go up and down. And today, it's on the downside. It's not looking as likely. So we'll go through that here in a sec. Start with the temperatures at the moment. 46. Hey, that's not too bad. That's about our average high for this time of year. And here we are well after sunset and getting that. So watch about, we'll say 8 to 10, somewhere in there. So coming up here rather soon, within the next 2.5 hours or so, you're probably going to notice a burst of wind. It's going to get gusty and probably pretty quickly. That will be the front coming through. You'll feel it if you're outside when it happens. You'll probably hear your house, hear the wind outside. So they may be 35 or 40 mile per hour wind gusts. That is the sign that things are changing. And behind that wind is the cold air. And that wind will still be there tomorrow morning. Not as strong, but still a 20, 25 mile per hour wind gust at around sunrise tomorrow as you're stepping out the doors. So why does that matter? Well, you're going to have wind and cold. And of course, that's really the big equalizer, how it feels. So forecast temperatures really take a nosedive. I think by 10 o'clock, by the 10 o'clock news, the front's through and you will be able to tell, hey, things have changed on us. And as we go deeper into the night, I mean, we just fall off a cliff. Temperatures just take a nosedive. We're down to 16 by our early Thursday morning with the wind chill like this, 2, 0 in St. Joe and Cameron. I mean, some of us will feel below 0 up north closer to the Iowa border, Maryville and Bethany. And throughout the day, these wind chills are going to stay down. So single digits up till about 9 o'clock or so. At lunchtime, it feels like 15. The wind will die down as we go deeper throughout the day, but it's just going to be so cold. It won't take much breeze to keep it feeling like the teens throughout the day. So 27 is your high, which, by the way, 27 is our average low for this time of year. Not a record. The record's 21 for the coldest high temperature on record for that day. Normal high is 46, not even close. So there you go. That's your Thursday. Much, much, much colder. Friday, a little better. We're at 42. We have some sunshine coming back. And then by Saturday, great day. Saturday might be the nicest day in the forecast now with 53 and sunshine because Sunday, I'll show you here in a second, it gets windy. Before we get there, though, I want to talk about this snow, at least a chance of it. Now, this is how it looked yesterday. This is one of our computer simulations for yesterday. And what you see is that ribbon of heavy snow that was eyeing Kansas City. What we end up getting and what kind of system this ends up becoming has it's a big range of possibilities. And what we are watching is the potential for what we call a closed low. If you can get a well-formed, mature low pressure, it will wrap moisture all the way from the Gulf of Mexico around it. It hits that cold air and you can get big snow. This is the kind of system that can bring big snow. We're not sure where that would go, and we're not sure that it will be able to mature to that level. If it doesn't close itself off into a circulation, into a circle, then it's what we call an open wave, and it doesn't get nearly as much moisture, and it's a much weaker system. So we've got a couple things here that the computer forecasts are trying to work out for a storm system that isn't even alive yet. This thing's not even born yet. We're looking at next week, and there's so many things that can happen. So we expect, and we will see every day, this big swing back and forth between these ranges of possibilities. And today, it looks weaker, it's farther south, it's faster, and what it means for Kansas City is, here, I'll get you the full graphic. One of these would be a mess, potentially heavy snow, and the other one would be nothing. I mean, it would turn colder, but nothing for Kansas City. That's the range here, and that's what we expect whenever we're looking 5, 6, 7 days out with winter storms, because a track difference of 150 miles or 200 miles can bring that same kind of difference in impacts. And the strength of the system, like we were talking about, can bring those kinds of things too. So what we do and what I want to do with you is always present, hey, these are the boundaries. These are the ranges of what is reasonable. So that way, as we get closer to it, and we're not going to worry about all the back and forth, but we're going to narrow down what those ranges are and what we can expect. And what I mean by that is, yesterday I wanted to show you how the snow looked in the computer forecast and then show you the difference today so that you see what I see. But the ranges haven't changed a whole lot. We've trended a little bit more toward the drier side and not getting big impacts, and we'll see if that trend holds into tomorrow. I did lower chances a little bit, but it's not completely off the table, and we're not out of the woods from this turning into something. So I still have a first warn on it, and I'll pull it if I'm confident that we're done with any threat, but I won't pull it until then. So here's the bottom line. The snow chance is now lower for next Tuesday, but it is not low enough for me to pull the first one. I still want to see this. If I see it for another day or two, we'll probably be clear. Computer forecasts are pretty good, but they do bounce back and forth. So we watch these trends. If this track stays east, then we will be in the clear, and we will let you know that. All right, so there's the Security Bank 7-day forecast. Let me get the whole thing on there for you. And boy, we just go up and down, don't we? 27 tomorrow is the cold one, and then 42 on Friday, your weekend into the 50s. I told you about Sunday. Let's see if I can get that to pop out. If you're going to be out tailgating, that's a pretty healthy wind that we're seeing. 35 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts are possible for tailgaters. That'll drop off some for the game, but still a little breezy. Warm, 56 with the game in the 40s. Hey, that's not too bad for this time of year. Then down we go next week, 48 on Monday. There's that chance for snow down to 30% now for Tuesday with highs in the upper 30s, and then Wednesday looks to be all right at about 41. So that's the latest that we have for you. We'll have, not breaking news. There we go. There I am. I don't know what I'm doing up here. We'll have updates for you at 10, all right? So waiting, this is the game now. We're waiting for the next round of computer forecasts to come out. We'll have those, share them with you at 10 o'clock, and give you the latest on that. Plus, if anything's different with this cold tomorrow morning, it's pretty well baked in. It's just how low will she go? Thank you so much for watching. I hope it was a help for you. We'll be back again at 10. We'll be back giving you updates starting early tomorrow morning with Greg Bennett. He'll be here at 2:30 in the morning. Guy starts his day early. And have a great evening. Take care.